Just an awful start in transition here. Bogdanovic has got to get back with his back to the baseline. Seeing ball, seeing man. Look at Bogdanovic right here. Back is to the sideline, and you're staring at the ball, not seeing Desmond Bane. So he's just going to simply catch it and go right by you now. Pistons are switching this ball screen right here. Why is Isaiah Stewart not up the line ready to guard? Like you're trotting into the paint for no reason. So now this ball's going to get swung to Jaren Jackson. Stop. You're not ready to guard. You're coming uphill as Jaren Jackson's about to just catch it and get downhill immediately and get right in the paint. Isaiah Livers needs to get up the line here. You leveled Vince Williams. So when Desmond Bane comes this way, I can help and recover, and that dribble's picked up well outside the paint. Why is Isaiah Livers dipping into the paint here? So now Desmond Bane's in the paint. Doesn't matter that you're in help. He's too deep now. Just a god-awful switch by the Pistons. Marcus Sasser needs to get underneath immediately on the switch. You switch over the top. Now Jaren Jackson's roll's open. He's just going to be able to get it and go right to the lane. What is Azar Thompson doing? Why is he in the paint right now? The help is going to come from Marcus Sasser. Get out of the paint. By the way, Alec Burks is over in the gaps too when Jaren Jackson spins. So Jaren Jackson's going to spin off James Wiseman. Why? Azar Thompson was never in help in the first place. Why is he in the paint and just staring at the ball? So now this miss, you're not even sort of boxing out. Pistons are going to switch this handoff here. Killian Hayes still has to recover onto John Conchar here. When John Conchar comes off the handoff, then Jaden Ivey will switch and Killian Hayes comes on to Xavier Tillman. But Killian Hayes never recovers to Conchar. So now John Conchar is just going to catch this handoff. Jaden Ivey's not ready to switch because he hasn't come off of anything yet, and it's just an open three. This is what $78 million of coaching gets you. Look at how pathetic this defense is. Isaiah Stewart can easily switch. Azar Thompson can get underneath Jaren Jackson Jr. We can force Derrick Rose into that help right there. There's nothing but help on the strong side of the floor. Look at this defense. This is $78 million of coaching. Look at this. Derrick Rose comes off a ball screen and goes right to the rim. If you're Jalen Duren, where is your help? Jaren Jackson's catching this. Cade Cunningham's coming all the way down to help you. All your help in the world is in the strong side of the floor. Why are you letting Jaren Jackson Jr. go away from... What is Killian Hayes doing? Let Desmond Bane come off this screen. It's not a big deal. You'll start defending the ball screen when the screen gets set and he comes off of it. Killian Hayes leans towards the screen, layup line. This is what $78 million of complete garbage coaching looks like. So this is a pick and roll. I could switch this. Isaiah Stewart gets up and takes Derrick Rose. You have help right there in the strong side of the floor. You'll be fine. Cade Cunningham can get low and battle Jaren Jackson. If you don't want to do that, I suppose I could hedge this ball screen because now we push Derrick Rose out and it gives us some chance of having a backside defender so Jaren Jackson Jr.'s roll's not open. But the Pistons do this stupid, idiot drop coverage, and you have no backside help. So not only is Jaren Jackson Jr. wide open, Desmond Bane's wide open in the corner. $78 million of garbage. Get Monty Williams out of here. He's terrible. This is the shell drill in a game. It couldn't be easier. Could Cade Cunningham just simply take one step over with his back to the baseline so he's in the gaps here? Look at this. This is so basic. How is Derrick Rose getting through there with his dribble alive? Isaiah Stewart's got Desmond Bane. Please don't backpedal. Killian Hayes is standing, waiting to help you. Bogdanovic can get over too. Look at Isaiah Stewart. He's dropped to drop 50 in this game, and you just backpedaled and you had help. Jalen Duren has got to sprint back in transition here. It doesn't matter that you're taking Biyombo across the court. Look at Jalen Duren jog. So instead of you sprinting back and being in the gaps where there's no place for Desmond Bane to go to, you're behind the play. Monty Williams is complete garbage. This is a down screen that you have to defend. It's wing to wing, so I'd probably just switch it. The Pistons do nothing here. So now here comes a handoff right here that the Pistons are switching. Well, Isaiah Stewart cannot be gambling on this handoff if he needs to be switching on to Bane receiving the handoff. And then I guess Jaden Ivey would have to hustle over and then sprint on to Bismack Biyombo because he's late coming across that down screen. But it doesn't matter because Isaiah Stewart's gambling. So now Bane gets this. He can just go right to the rim. The same thing, Jaden Ivey. Let Desmond Bane come off the screen. It's not a big deal if your ball screen defense executes how it's supposed to, but you lean towards the screen. And again, Desmond Bane can just blow by for an open jumper. What is James Wiseman doing? You're guarding John Conchar. You're not a part of this pick and roll. Azar Thompson and Jaden Ivey are about to switch. Why is James Wiseman standing at the free throw line? So now Killian Hayes is stuck guarding two people. Why? Again, the Pistons don't switch how you're supposed to switch. James Wiseman's coming up to take the ball, so Killian Hayes has got to get underneath. So you're in that gap, and James Wiseman now can get up and pressure Jalen Noel because he's got help right there in the middle of the floor. But Killian Hayes switches over the top. James Wiseman backpedals, and Jalen Noel walks into an open jumper. What is Jalen Duren doing in transition? Could you get up and guard Jaren Jackson? Why are you dropping to the free throw line? If John Conchar is going to set a ball screen, we want it set out as far out as possible, and Azar Thompson can simply switch. But Jalen Duren's dropping to the free throw line. You're taking the ball. This is Azar Thompson's help right here. He's in the gap. So Cade Cunningham does not need to be entering the paint right here. But if he's coming to help also for some reason, I've got to be seeing ball and man. Cade Cunningham is staring at the ball for about an hour. So John Conchar can just get it, go in the lane, collapse everyone, Ultima for three. Again, this is just Monty Williams being a disaster. I have to hedge this screen. I've got to push Desmond Bane to the sideline, which is right there. I need a backside defender for Biyombo's role. I can't let that pass get made. And when we push him to the sideline, now that backside help can get there. But you're running your idiot garbage drop coverage. So that pocket pass couldn't be easier. There's no backside help that can get there because Desmond Bane's in the paint, and now everyone's collapsing. So who's wide open? You have multiple people wide open. Ultima's wide open. Roddy's wide open. They choose Roddy. What is Killian Hayes doing? Could you please just guard Desmond Bane? If Jaren Jackson wants to set a screen, let him set a screen. The Pistons end up switching this anyways. Why is Killian Hayes just giving Desmond Bane the lane? Look at this. So you switched and you switched. What did you switch? There was no screen. So Desmond Bane's... What was that? Monty Williams is complete garbage. Get him. How are you paying him any amount of money to coach basketball? Isaiah Stewart's got to get up on this switch, the Piston switch. But most importantly, Killian Hayes has to get underneath the screener. So you're in that gap. Isaiah Livers is already in help and coming over more. So Isaiah Stewart should have all the help in the world he can play up. But Killian Hayes switches over the top, and Isaiah Stewart just backpedals. Desmond Bane had 50 points tonight. None of it was difficult.